Buenos tardes. All right. So, folks, as you can see, the NASDAQ is still pushing. That's crazy. All right. Looks to be riding the trend. All right. I mean, there's really no red flags. There are a couple, there always is. Okay. But as of right now, market looks good, looks strong. We're not coming back down to this possible level right here. Still clearly above all time highs, where you just keep making all time highs. All right. So as long as the trend keeps pushing up, right now we're in price discovery. So there's no telling when the market will stop. Right. So, but I mean, as you can see, that's just a clear rip on this. All right. I mean, we just gone straight up. All right. So that would probably be one of those red flags. All right. Like I said, there's always one. All right. There's always one. Just like anyone that you're talking to, there's always one red flag. All right. So treat it like that. Don't be so hopeful. Don't listen to this guy so much, especially in this game. Use your head. Okay. So Nasdaq is up. VIX came back down, still at that possible level. All right, probably will end up changing this to a key level, but let's see how this week plays out. Okay, oil still consolidating nicely up here, especially at the 200 SMA. Should be very weary of that. Okay, so if we get that mount above this possible level, get that retest, shoot back up, we could see 106.86. All right, so those are two key factors to keep. Three, sorry, the Nasdaq, the VIX, and U.S. oil. Keep an eye on all three. All right. Other than that, do have some announcements for this week. We do have our FOMC meeting on Wednesday. All right. Will we get rate cuts? I highly doubt it. Okay. I really do highly doubt it, especially after Trump said, he's been a advocate for raising rates, as he says. All right. That's cap. But now all of a sudden he's switching it. So, and that's the thing. It says one thing, another thing will happen, and that's why the market is always changing. That's why I always say it's always best to keep updated with it and keep up to track. Even if you are not in trade, just keep up to date with it. All right. Because you could have a bias set already. And then after that, things happen and there's things that need to be shifted in order for the economy to be in better standings. So that will always overrule your bias. So that's why I say just stay up to date even. All right. That's it. So we have the FOMC meeting Wednesday, and then GDP, which determines the growth. And if that's too strong, it can actually be bad for the market depending on the inflation risk. Okay. And we don't get inflation data until Thursday. All right. So we got GDP and PCE on Thursday. And PCE will, tell us how bad inflation is. And I think it's going to be bad considering the fact that oil is still up. Okay. And then on top of that, Thursday, we have initial jobless claims as well, too. Okay. So it's every Thursday. You know how it goes. Okay. So oil's still pretty much consolidating nicely up here. NVIDIA price discovery. Okay. So if the market does continue to push, that's because of NVIDIA. NVIDIA has no limits, no bounds. As y'all can see, no data to the left. I mean, it has all this room up here to pretty much go and discover. Okay, so that's what I mean by price discovery. So NVIDIA looks good. It's looking strong. And if y'all are smart and if y'all are actually part of the Discord, then y'all would have known to take that call out by my guy D. All right, he dropped it in the call outs right here. NVIDIA calls 212 for May 8th. Contracts are going for 340. All right, that he called that for 212, and the updated contracts are now 580, and need a break 212 for the fun to start. And sure enough, welcome to the party. All right, as you can see right there, we're sitting at 215.46. All right, and still climbing. I mean, this thing's following the trend. I mean, this thing could really just push. So great call out by D. We got plenty of call outs like those inside of the Discord. Okay, so right now, let's see, what do I got? I just threw these in there. All right, I'm gonna give you all a nice little quick sneak peek. Okay, let's go to Microsoft. All right, we got Microsoft's. See, this is where it gets a a little, I don't want to say finicky, but we had to get above that 15-minute support. All right. You get above that 15-minute support. As you can see right now, we're coming back down and we're going to test that. Okay. So this bounce is solid. I see room up to the previous swing highs right here at 431. We're looking great. All right. So we got a nice test of this key level right here already. Started pushing up. We needed to mount that 15-minute. And here's some of the sauce that I gave you all. All right. Right here inside the Discord. Clearly stated, looking for a push above that 15 minute at 424.58. All right. Once we get that call out and everything is confirmed, this is pretty much what I like. All right. So right now we're currently getting that retest when it comes to Microsoft. If that's successful, then I definitely see us pushing up higher to like 427 at the very least at that 50% median. And, depending what contracts you get, how far you get them out, day trade, that's entirely up to y'all. So get what you can afford and only invest what you're okay with losing. Okay. Palantir kind of holding up nicely, but this is kind of giving me a bearish wedge feeling. So we really need to break up above 145.14. But if we drop down to the 15-minute, we kind of got that rejection a little bit. If I'm being very, very, very honest, didn't hit it, but yet, we're close enough to pretty much almost call it that. All right. Anything can still happen. Seen Palantir move pretty quickly. All right. But like I said, on the grand scheme of things, this is where I have to step out and take a look and see what the stock is doing. So it got to push up. We got to pull back. Now, I've seen pullbacks. We have seen pullbacks time and time again. Okay. To where it fakes everyone out, has everyone thinking that it is bearish, and then it just continues up. We mount that level, get a push up back up to 151. Okay, so y'all see how quickly we can get there. Okay, so we've been pretty much flirting with this level every single time. Sometimes you'll get those pullbacks a little bit further, but I think this is one of those ones where we do get a pullback, get a nice mount above 145.14. And then we see some more upside right there. All right. Y'all should have taken profit last week on this one. That one was up. Like I said, we got all the way up to 152. What is this? 152.80. 152.68. All right. So that's pretty much, you should have taken your profit. The strike price was 152.50. So we hit that on the money. All right. Open, still consolidating nicely up there. QCOM is looking nice, more to the upside. All right. They got some good news. Okay. So right here showing support at that 50 SMA. We did reject the 200-day, something to be cautious of for sure. But like I said, on the grand scheme of things, we're finally getting some more upside right here. All right. We did reject this key level. How did I find that key level? When in doubt, zoom out, go all the way to the left, and you can see continuous support here at this level at 160.69. All right. So we could see some more upside. All right. We could see some more upside, but they did get some good news. And let's go ahead and let's just bring that up for y'all. All right. So OpenAI smartphone coming. OpenAI is reportedly working on MediaTek, Qualcomm, and Luxshare to make a new AI agent smartphone. All right, mass production is expected to begin in 2028, according to Taiwan supply chain insider Ming Chi Kuo. I don't know how to say that. All right, so if I didn't piss anybody off, okay. But other than that, I mean, I like that. I like that for open, and don't really care about that. All right, it's how y'all filter out y'all's X. All right, this is why mine only stays with things pertaining to the market. You hit that, don't want to see that. And now it's just nothing but like news. So Kevin Warsh said he wants the Fed to adopt a new approach to measuring inflation. All right. That could be, that's a little risky. It was just 38 minutes ago. That could be, that could bring the market down. That could bring the market up. When we start messing with gears and start shifting things, policies, maybe we'll see it work. I mean, that's where we kind of get that delayed response, those delayed numbers and everything. Okay, but for the most part, Intel looking great. I sold at like $50 on my calls. Should have held, but I mean, if y'all would have taken this one, easily could have made a bag on that. All right. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, market's looking good. I'm not gonna make this video long. Not gonna beat y'all to death when it comes to what we're seeing inside the market, what it's displaying. All right. So other than that, yeah, I got some DJT leaps. Those are looking nice. If we can get above that strong level, we got room up to 1132, and we just been consolidating nicely down here at these levels right here. All right, so if we can get some support, then I like the upside right here, folks. All right, get above that, shoot up to 1375. Rejected a couple times, but I like this consolidation. So if we can get above that strong level, that's looking good for us. Okay, another one. Let's go ahead and let's look up bull. Okay. Oh, donut actually. Krispy Kreme looking great. All right. Surviving this retest. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes you get those pullbacks where it seems bearish, start forming a bearish wedge, but then you break out. Okay, so looking for strong support right here. If we can get some good support, then we got room to the upside, especially when they have earnings coming up. All right, we've been consolidating here for quite some time. After that, I could see some room up to 707. Okay, we're above the 200-day. Things are looking good for this one. Good share play. You have enough money you want to park. Let some time, give it some time to do what it got to do. Then I think we're looking good. I think we're looking good. So shares or leaps, but I bought shares just to be safe, that way I'm not here tripping on it. So we got that, and then where is bull? I love bull as well too. So shares would probably be good. Got some good support right here at the 200 SMA, looking to mount this level of 799. We get above that, we can start to begin to see 790 or 983. My apologies. Then we'll begin to start seeing 983. We get that, then there's no telling that how high we can really go here. So I got leaps on those two. They got earnings coming up. When is that? May 21st. So earnings season has started again. Once I actually get those earnings, that'll be happening this week, I believe. Things could start heating up inside the market. But like I said, it's a very big week. Be careful trading into the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. But yeah, folks, I mean, like I said, not much else to pretty much talk about here other than the simple fact that we just been heading straight up. So, we could still keep going up. We're in price discovery. And I don't think they'll want to stop the market right here, considering, we've only gone up, what, like 1,000? Yeah, like 1,004, you know. So a pullback, I can see a pullback, but at the same time, what goes up must come down. So I'm not one to call the top or anything like that. If I would have done that already, I think it would have been smoked out of a lot of positions already. Now, do I always look at it? Yes, I definitely do. I always look at that and kind of entertain that just in case, because if I see the setup, I'm taking it. All right. But I haven't seen no setups. Everything across the board is still looking strong. So, y'all got any questions? Shoot them inside of the Discord. And yeah, don't forget, May 1st is the deadline for that competition. All right. But other than that, it's pretty much all that I got to say. Hope y'all have a good day trading and be smart with your money. All right. Y'all are in charge of it, not me. Okay. Other than that, y'all have a great day. Peace.